What up guys, it's your boy Quake, and before we start this video, I want to announce that we are giving away two brand new PlayStation 5s. Yes, two brand new PlayStation 5s, a disc version and a digital version. We're also giving away $100. There's only one mandatory thing you have to do to enter. After that, everything else is optional and gets you extra entries. Simply visit diversementality.com/giveaway. Check out the website that tells you how to enter. The contest ends May 15th, 2022. This is my way of saying thank you for all the support throughout the years. Check it out. The link is in the description below, and good luck. Also, I released the uncut version of this NBA YoungBoy versus Lil Durk video, and I highly recommend you watch the uncut version. I get to actually break down bar for bar some of these tracks, and I can't do that on YouTube because the music is copyrighted. So check out the uncut version on my Patreon page at patreon.com/diversementality. It's just $3 a month. I can't stress out how much better that uncut version is than this YouTube version because I get to do whatever I want on that video, show violence, show copyrighted music, whatever, and it's just way better.
Man, we see how this turned out we see how this turned out with certain that come inside the rap game and feel like, oh, I'm the one who they got to get into it with for the reach this certain point of what. Man, boy, you can stunt like you're a gangster, boy. And I'll show you something, boy. We didn't seen this. We didn't seen this. Want to be a gangster too bad. Want to be a killer too bad, man. Man, you better calm your stupid down for you can't have no type of emotion no more, boy.
And if I should die, I'm boosting the murder rate. My niggas gon' slide every day. He been talking that shit, I can't wait.
What up guys, your boy Quake, and I'm back with a brand new episode of What Really Happened. This is the sister series to the Who Really Won series, and this one focuses on beefs that aren't that serious and beefs that are very serious but are brand new. The previous two episodes were Michael Jackson versus Eminem and 50 Cent versus Kanye West, and those two battles weren't anything serious, and no diss tracks came out of those two battles, and for the most part, both parties were cool with each other. However, this battle I'm going to be focusing on isn't a battle, it's an actual beef. And the reason why I created this series was to focus on new ones that are ongoing. And this beef is exactly that. I'm going to break down exactly how this beef even started. And as you can tell by the video title, I'm going to be talking about NBA YoungBoy versus Lil Durk. And I want to make this very clear. A lot of the information here is speculation because a lot of these new beefs have a bunch of rumors going on online, and you can't really tell what's real and what's fake. And I've done a lot of scouting online to see sources to find the right legitimate information. And on some of it, I could find information. On some of it, I couldn't. A lot of it is misleading titles, clickbait, and stuff that really has nothing to do with this battle. Since this beef is in the modern era, a lot of social media is involved. And with social media, there is a lot of subliminal shots. So a lot of this information is just speculation and putting pieces together. So that's exactly what I do throughout this video. Plus, a lot of these modern artists don't do a lot of interviews. And if they do, they don't really answer a lot of questions. And the funny thing is, this is quite the opposite of what they do on social media. So with that being said, let's officially get into it. Grab a drink, grab some popcorn, sit back, relax, and let's get to the root of NBA YoungBoy versus Lil Durk. How this escalated to the point where it got this bad between NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk was from King Von. If you don't know who King Von is, I recommend you check out my documentary, King Von, the Demon from O Block. Click the link up top and you'll be able to check it out, or in the description. But King Von is basically an artist signed to Lil Durk's OTF label. And things between King Von and some of NBA YoungBoy's artists got bad as the years went on. If you ask King Von, does he have any issues with NBA YoungBoy or any of his crew, he answered in an interview that no, they are completely fine and everything is cool. Before we continue with the video, I want to give a shout out to Spades Royale for sponsoring today's video. If you guys don't know, Spades Royale is a free-to-play game on iOS and Android. And I know what you're thinking off the top, man. I have no idea how to play spades, and don't worry, it's a very, very easy game. You get 13 cards, and you bid the number of books your hand can win. And you can bid anywhere from 1 to 13. I thought 3 was usually the best number for me. I've been doing that most of the time, and I've won every single time. Then you win each book with the higher card of the same suit. With that, remember, with a spade, you always win. So when you have a spade, use it immediately. And usually you need a partner to play with this game. It's usually 2v2. And thankfully, this game is an online game, so you can always find somebody to play with. And they have this great feature where you can actually go on live video, each of you, and react to what's happening in the game. Because it's online 2v2, I like to troll a lot. I don't know these people, so I rub it in their face that they're losing. So I use my avatar to do funny things like cry, laugh, stuff like that. And it always seems to throw the opponent off. That's my strategy, at least. I customized my avatar as well, which came out really cool. So if you think you can hand me my first L in this game, please respectfully come in, verse me, and I would love to hand you your first L right when you get into this game. Like I said earlier, this game is free to play, so check it out. It's on iOS and Android. Click the link in the video description below, download the game for free, and receive 1,000 free coins. Click the link. Thank you guys for watching, and let's continue the video. However, if you follow the trails online, you'll see that something went wrong between NBA YoungBoy and King Von. The first speculation was that King Von inherited the beef from YNW Melly. The reason for this speculation is because YNW Melly and his crew got into an altercation with NBA YoungBoy and his crew in late 2018. Specifically August of 2018, YNW Melly and his crew went to an Atlantic Records studio. They ran into NBA YoungBoy and his crew, and a fight broke out. One of YNW Melly's crew members, who goes by the name of YNW Sack Chaser, explained this encounter on Instagram Live.
We put up in Atlantic. YoungBoy already outside looking like this. So like, maybe like, they go YoungBoy. I said, oh shit. Yeah, we might end up have to fade in it. So then we walk in, it's like a gate. He came out, but when I came up, he went back in. But then nigga just started like, looking crazy still. Like, I fuck with a nigga, but I ain't friendly. Like, I ain't finna look scared and say what's up to you. So I asked him, you straight? Me and Juve were like, straight? And he was like, yo, I'm straight. Fuck you mean? Yo, I'm straight. Then he kept looking. And then I said, straight again? Like I said, ask him, straight again? And then got down. His homeboys came creep-toeing like a damn penguin and shit. Got down, asked him, they were just talking. I figured they just really wanted us to pop off so they could shoot or something, whatever. But they was just in our face talking. And then, same thing, Melly looking at the young boy in the eyes, and he was like, doing the eye shit. Came up. We inside the building. See, both fights was inside the building. That's why nobody in up. Like, young boy, like, he talking to the Eli dude. He like, bro, fuck all that, man. I'm finna just pop off. So then he popped off. He hit Melly. Boom. But it's some weak shit. Like, you would think the nigga strong, but the nigga, like, body, like, dead. He hit his ass. Boom. So, like, Melly, when he hit him, Melly hit him 2 times. Boom, boom. And that's when I popped off on him. Popped off on young boy. And then his niggas came after me. And they started boom, 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 boom. Melly hit on the ground. He fell on the ground because they had, like, bulldozers I had in. It was like 5 of them. So then, and then got down, Riri had jumped on Melly. So I got behind both of them. Like, they both behind me. And, like, I let them boys take off on me for, like, 3 seconds. So then I just said, they already hit me. I just started, bah, 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 swinging back at their head. That shit started getting cleared up. So then they ran, like, the dude broke it up. They ran out the room. Then they came back in that bitch. Quando Rondo came in that bitch that time. Yeah, started jumping me. Boom, 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 boom. Caught Quando Rondo in the forehead. Boom. He caught my ass back in the forehead. Jumped up in the sky. Jumped up in the chest. Ran out. He was always running, though. Everybody always running from my ass. They ran out. So then young boy tried to jump. Come hit my ass, too, with Melly caught his ass. Boom. Hit his ass and shit. Boom. And it was just over with. And they just left. Got down, sent the chain back. Soon we came back to Florida. Boom. That shit dead. We ain't go to the internet. They ain't go to the internet. That shit dead. You just like this.
The reason why people say King Von inherited the beef from YNW Melly was because YNW Melly ended up getting locked up on February 12th, 2019 for 2 counts of first-degree murder, which were in connection to the YNW associates, YNW Sack Chaser, and YNW Juvie. Yes, he's accused of killing his own friends. That's the same person in the video explaining the encounter with NBA YoungBoy. After YNW Melly officially got locked up, King Von was very close friends with YNW Melly and even was signed to the same management team, which was 100K Management. And because they were on the same management team, YNW Melly and King Von made a lot of music together and ended up becoming close friends. So when YNW Melly got locked up, King Von decided to continue the beef between him and NBA YoungBoy. The other reason that is speculated as to why NBA YoungBoy and King Von had issues was because they both decided to mess with each other's ex-girlfriends. And this reason to me seems like the legitimate reason as to why NBA YoungBoy and King Von started having issues, because based on my research and on the timeline of when things started to go wrong, it was around this time when they started messing with each other's exes. However, King Von, before he passed away, denied that this was a reason he had any issues with anybody. Before things took a left turn, these two groups were actually fans of each other and made music together. On November 25th, 2017, Lil Durk dropped his collab track with NBA YoungBoy called My Side. Just a year later, on August 23rd, 2018, Lil Durk appeared on No Jumper's podcast and actually praised NBA YoungBoy as an artist.
Damn, that's crazy. That's somebody you're a huge fan of right now?
YoungBoy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
He got that soul, that passion in his voice, huh?
I fuck with him. Like 100%, like hard.
For sure,
Like,
yeah.
he my top 5 for sure.
In that same year, NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk actually went on Instagram Live together and just kicked it. Then in 2019 is when things slowly started to get weird between the two camps. On February 12, 2019, YNW Melly officially gets locked up. The reason why I mention this is because just a couple weeks later, on March 4th, 2019, King Von went on Instagram Live and said that NBA YoungBoy isn't as gangsta as he is in his music.
YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
He talking crazy on this man.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On his ass now.
On his
All that
ass.
cap. You got cap in your raps.
Go straight, boss. Don't hit the white lady.
You got cap in your raps.
Just a couple weeks after saying that, on March 30th, 2019, him and Quando Rondo linked up. And there's actually a video of them just kicking it, having fun, which further proves that King Von was just trolling in what he was doing.
I'm saying though, they got 63rd, some dirty ass. I'm talking about, hey, listen, though, man, the 64, but y'all 63rd over there smoking crack and shit.
Then just a month later, on April 18th, 2019, King Von goes on Instagram Live again, and while he's listening to YNW Melly's music, he calls NBA YoungBoy a bitch, and then says he's joking and NBA YoungBoy is his brother.
Why be a straight bitch when I catch him is that? Nah, I'm just playing my brother.
One of the affiliates of NBA YoungBoy's side, who goes by the name of NBA KD, no, not Kevin Durant, but NBA KD, he ended up responding to King Von's disrespect to NBA YoungBoy on Instagram Live, but ultimately this led to nothing.
I ain't no nigga diss my little brother, you hear me? Not big AI, you hear me? Shit, no, you hear me? Ain't, man, f that. You hear me? Nigga out shit, you hear me? Ain't no nigga on me. None of them bitches, you hear me? On slime, but look. Man, look. Know what the f it is, you hear me? Cause I ain't lying, bro. When we meet niggas be big pulling, niggas be they big dogs, you hear me? Be scared as a bitch. Have they tails tucked, all that shit, man. I ain't never see a 19-year-old had niggas down at 30 scared, you hear me?
For the rest of the year, King Von never said anything anymore about NBA YoungBoy. On January 2020, Quando Rondo ended up dropping a collab with Lil Durk called Safest. So at this time, it would seem like the camps of NBA YoungBoy and the camps of Lil Durk were cool because Quando Rondo was working with Lil Durk, and Quando Rondo is part of NBA YoungBoy's crew. On May 30th, 2020, Quando Rondo even started praising Lil Durk, calling him a Chicago legend. In the interview with Hip Hop DX, he said Lil Durk is a legend, but it's like he isn't even recognized for that shit, big bro. Look at all these rappers now who are weird and they become a legend in 2 months. It's like there's no hope for people like me. I used to listen to Lil Durk when I was 12 and he was on the XXL cover and shit like that. He's the reason why young guys say ops. I feel like guys don't love Durk. That man has set a lot of trends, and look at how long he's been rapping. He continued and said Lil Durk has music from 2012 that has over 1 million streams, but people like him don't get recognized. If a rapper my age says they don't fuck with Lil Durk, I feel like they're on some lame shit. That's crazy coming from Quando Rondo because as of today, you know they're not cool. He continues and says Chief Keef and Lil Durk are legends, but they're not seen that way and they're not winning any Grammys. So it would seem at this time between both camps, they were cool with each other, giving props to each other, and everything was cordial. Then on August 15th, 2020, King Von is spotted with NBA YoungBoy's ex-girlfriend, Janiyah. And immediately when these photos surfaced online, people thought King Von and NBA YoungBoy had issues because King Von is messing with his ex. King Von immediately denied that on Twitter and tweeted, "Where I'm from, we don't beef over hoes. That just ain't one of my goals." They also denied that they were dating and that they only were with each other to make music. King Von even tweeted, "Wouldn't believe the female I just made a hit with. Finna be crazy." And then Janiyah went on Instagram Live and cleared up saying that she was only doing music with King Von.
Like I said, I don't with no. I've been working. We have a song coming out. Y'all wasn't supposed to know, but it is what it is now. We have a song coming out. So when the song come out, y'all gonna fuck with it.
Asian Doll, who was actually dating King Von at the time, went on Instagram Live to clarify why King Von was with NBA YoungBoy's ex, Janiyah. She said that they did not only make a song together, that they did more than that. And she says this is based off the DMs she saw between King Von and Janiyah.
When that girl was talking and explaining everything, what she say? Because I ain't listening to none of that shit. What happened? So I can know how I'm finna respond. What happened? Oh, now I seen that in them DMs. I've been seeing that shit. She's lying. I've been seeing that shit. Been on dick. I've been seeing it. None of this not a surprise. This shit just on the internet right now. You see what I'm saying? I've been new. Hoes in them DMs. I seen it. So all that songs, that shit dead. You on dick. You a fan. You embarrassed.
On August 16th, 2020, Lil Reese tweeted that he would smack the shit out of Quando Rondo. Quando then ended up responding on Instagram.
Man, that nigga ain't gonna do nothing to me. Nigga don't need no academics. Man, you don't deserve to live no more, bet, bro. I hope you die. On God.
After the photos of NBA YoungBoy's ex-girlfriend Janiyah and King Von surfaced, the following day on August 16th, 2020, NBA YoungBoy posted a photo with his son, and in the caption he said this: "I'm gonna make sure that my son fuck your daughter since you're trolling 4K Trey, hashtag." Then King Von that same day tweeted this, saying, "Relax, it's just the internet." Then just 2 days later on August 18th, 2020, King Von said he'll smack the shit out of NBA YoungBoy, Quando Rondo, and everybody else around him.
Play me on smack the shit out there as soon as I catch him. Any nigga play me on this bitch on smack the shit ass. No warnings, ain't no talking about it, ain't no kidding. No smack the shit out there, I see no. Ain't even gotta say, don't be surprised. I don't want motherfuckers saying Von, you bogus, none of that shit.
Bad bitches only eat pasta.
Motherfucker, I hope the world don't open back up around us.
This is where things started to get a little bit more serious. NBA YoungBoy ended up having a song leak around that time titled Dead Trolls. A lot of people speculated that this song was a subliminal shot to King Von because of all the trolling he did throughout the years against NBA YoungBoy. The song officially ended up releasing on September 11th, 2020. After the Dead Trolls track officially came out by NBA YoungBoy, it would seem King Von responded to that Subliminal diss track on Twitter the following day. He ended up tweeting, "But who want the clout? Guys diss King Von in a song. He a star, put his ass in the clouds." After this, King Von started promoting his debut album and started doing various interviews. He was talking to Academics on November 3rd, 2020. Academics ended up asking him, does he have any issues with NBA YoungBoy? And he said no.
Nah, hell no, ain't no rap beef. What? Ain't no rap beef, and it ain't no real beef unless somebody got shot or something, or
You know
unless
what
somebody.
people told me? People told me you and YoungBoy was beefing or something like that. You
They
said
be
something
saying
about
that a lot.
what happened, Von? What's going on with you, man?
They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same interests and holes, and then you know how the internet will try to make it.
Don't tell me I got problems over girls.
No, it's the internet, gang. It's the you know, they'll try to make it like that because it's the internet. You see what I'm saying? And then you know how females will try to make it like that because they females, and they'll try to make it like one motherfucker hard and try to. It be just all type of shit. But it ain't nothing too serious, nothing you should worry about.
The following day, on November 4th, 2020, Asian Doll, who is King Von's girl, reveals she is working with NBA YoungBoy. And NBA YoungBoy decides to go on Instagram and post the snippet of the song online with him dancing in the video.
Must think it's that, ayy, we like that for real. Hard body made of steel. Most my niggas in that field. As soon as I touch down, they gon' call a paper. I'm in and outside with them sticks out, posted like it's legal. Yo, son, you count out with them lights out, we gon' make the reaper.
King Von immediately responded to this on Twitter and said this, "I'll post some shit on this. They'll have a motherfucker cry and stop claiming their kids and all types of shit." What he means by this is essentially that he has a with Janaya and he's willing to post it on there. A fan quotes that and says, "It's someone's baby mama in that photo gallery getting done filthy." And then obviously King Von retweets it. King Von continues and says, "Matter of fact, watch this, I'm on that." Then he says, "Nah, I'm just playing, I ain't on shit. If Asian's happy, I'm happy for real." That still sounded weak though, referring to the snippet of their collab. He continues and says, "Me and Janaya's song's way better for real, and the cover art is hard as hell too." He then says, "Nah, for real, I quit. Let me lead by example since I'm the oldest in this situation. The first war amongst great men started over a woman. We ain't into it, just share the same hoes. Ain't about nothing, and the hoes ain't even all that. I'm out of here." He essentially ended up deleting all these tweets, but these are tweets that he didn't end up deleting. He followed everything up by saying, "I ain't finna beef about no bitch dog, she's mine too," and then says, "Don't get me sending shots back confused with me being hurt. I just ain't never been the type to let a motherfucker shoot at me without dumping back. No feelings involved for real, just entertainment at this point." During King Von's promo run for his album, he also stopped by the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. And on that podcast, he kept talking about artists switching sides and getting upset about certain artists siding with other artists. And as you guys know, NBA YoungBoy hates it if anybody works with his ops. So if you're on the ops side, NBA YoungBoy is against you. And it seems like King Von is addressing him and Quando Rondo in this interview.
And then niggas be choosing sides. We like say you don't fuck with a nigga, but you a fuck with another nigga. But I guess he'll fuck with that nigga too. Harder than he fuck with you, so he don't fuck with you. You'll start see niggas get on following you and shit on Instagram and shit. Niggas will stop talking to you and shit. Niggas will get the, you know. But you'll see niggas be getting closer. You be like, what the fuck? Like that's you just,
and you like, nigga, I ain't got no issue with you.
Nah, it's cool. It could be like that if that's how they want it to be. Cause I'm with that. I like that. Like, let me know what it is though. But then they let you know a nigga see you again and be there.
Yeah, on some host.
And you don't want to smack his ass on phone, but nigga you'll be wrong because it really ain't like that. And
Right.
they be acting like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to get that out there too. Like, if we into it for real. Like, not no faking to it. If we into it, I don't know. Cause they be thinking, yeah, it's a lot of faking to it going on. But if we into it, you say we into it, you better, I swear to God, just stand on it. Y'all better stop. Don't do that. Don't say that.
Just 2 days later, on November 6th, 2020, things would forever change between Lil Durk's OTF crew and NBA YoungBoy's 4K Trey. That night of November 6th, King Von was out promoting his album at a club. They had an after party scheduled. He went there, finished that. then decided as a team they would go back to the hotel and relax. King Von decided by himself that his night was not over and that he would go to the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. King Von's manager said he didn't communicate with them that he was going there, so him and his friends in the bulletproof SUV drove to the Monaco Hookah Lounge. King Von sat in the vehicle for roughly 30 to 40 minutes. Eventually, all of King Von's team got there, and they were asking King Von what is he doing and is he eventually going to go inside the club. One of King Von's friends notified King Von that Quando Rondo was there as well and that he was lacking, meaning he had nobody around him besides one friend. That motivated King Von to get out of the vehicle, and while he was walking towards the club, he actually ran into Quando Rondo, and that's when a fight immediately broke out. One of Quando Rondo's friends by the name of Lil Tim decided to pull out a pistol and shot quite a few times. 2 of the bullets hit King Von. He was immediately put into the car and rushed to the hospital, and during surgery, he unfortunately passed away. The day of his passing, there was a lot of stuff happening between the 4K Trey camp regarding his death. NBA Big B, also known as NBA YoungBoy's brother, made a video making fun of King Von's death.
The joke's on you, you diss, now you getting rapped down. Yeah. Yeah.
He took to Instagram to immediately deny that he was dissing King Von in that video and that he was just singing a song. Following that, NBA YoungBoy was caught recorded saying, "Fighting doesn't make you a man, shooting someone does."
Who the f ever said that fighting make you a man? Like, it take a man for to kill somebody. Fighting don't make you no fucking man, you dumb.
That same day of King Von passing, 600 Breezy went on an onslaught on Instagram, posting stuff about getting revenge for King Von. He first posted steppers on the way, 150 miles per hour. He then said, anybody affiliated with us, it's all love for show. Anybody against us getting stepped on, 600, 300, OTF, THF, Tay-Town, Glory Boys, 30 Boys, O Block, NLMB, Front Street, love y'all, which is all the gangs affiliated with each other. And this post is what made it clear he was against NBA YoungBoy and his crew. As we know, NBA YoungBoy's crew is called 4K Trey. He posted 4K Trey K, and what the K at the end means is killer. He followed that up finally with this: "We won the war at home, now we gotta step on you guys." The following day, on November 7th, 2020, Lil Tim officially gets charged with the murder of King Von, since he was the one that let off the gun that killed him. Roughly 2 weeks later, on November 20th, 2020, Quando Rondo finally speaks and drops a track titled End of Story. In this track, he explains exactly his side of the story.
Pick your mans up. Downright we screaming self-defense. He should've never put his hands on the foot.
Lots of people took this track as a diss track because it was titled End of Story, in which King Von's most popular tracks are titled Crazy Story. However, Quando Rondo has since denied that it is a diss track and that it was just a coincidence that he ended up naming that track End of Story.
Okay, so End of Story wasn't supposed to be a play on Crazy Story.
It was just supposed to be like this. The end
Last
of the
time
discussion.
I'm talking about it, I'm going to say it this one time in this song and that's it.
The next few days, on November 23rd, 2020, NBA Big B, who is NBA YoungBoy's brother, gets shot in Baton Rouge. Many believe this was a retaliation for the King Von message that he sent on Instagram laughing about his death. A few days later, on November 28th, 2020, Quando Rondo's show gets canceled by the Georgia mayor and police. Apparently, Lil Durk and his crew were scheduled to come there that night while Quando was performing. 600 Breezy got wind of this and said Quando Rondo's a hoe on Twitter. Then Quando Rondo decided to go on Instagram Live and say that he was ready to perform, but the show got canceled.
Man, cuz the fucking mayor and the police done cancel the fucking show, cuz. That shit got me blowed. Cause we been ready. On 6, so we've been ready to put another nigga, under,
A couple weeks later, on December 8th, 2020, NBA YoungBoy performs, and as he's leaving his performance, his team ends up playing Quando's End of Story track.
Hey, the brother say thank y'all for coming. Y'all may all say, well, y'all say thank you, man.
The following day, 600 Breezy and Mimo 600 take a trip to Quando's hood in Savannah, Georgia. Mimo ends up shooting the music video for his track Duck Yo Show, which is a diss towards Quando Rondo. A couple days later, he ends up dropping the music video, and it causes a bunch of stir.
Dancing on some shit that he ain't did and it's gonna cost. Duck Yo Show, cause them gangs tough.
Then a month later, on January 15th, 2021, Lil Durk made it very clear which side he is on, because he decided to jump on the remix of Fredo Bang's song Top. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, Fredo Bang is the #1 enemy of NBA YoungBoy. They've been beefing since 2017. Quando Rondo continues poking fun at Lil Durk and the situation with King Von, because a month later, on February 12th, he drops a music video titled Soul Reaper. And in that music video, there's a person in there that is getting jumped that resembles Lil Durk.
I don't give a fuck about who got beat, it's about who got turned to ash.
And of course, fans immediately spread this, and Quando Rondo shut those rumors down immediately, posting on Instagram saying, "These fans make anything up," with a laughing emoji. "We don't even think like that." After Quando Rondo dropped that Soul Reaper music video where he had a person resembling Lil Durk in it, Lil Durk officially responds on Wax for the first time on the track Hellcats and Trackhawks, which was officially released on March 11th, 2021. And on this track, he subliminally goes at Quando for canceling his shows and says that they're eventually going to find him.
We on his where it shows at. He get away, we on his where he parole at.
Following this, a month later on March 23rd, 2021, the 4K Trey leader himself, NBA YoungBoy, gets arrested by the FBI in Los Angeles. They said he tried running away with the car and then got out the vehicle and started running on foot. The article said this: he was taken into custody after Los Angeles police tried to pull over his car in connection with an outstanding federal warrant. Following a short pursuit, NBA YoungBoy stopped the car and reportedly took off on foot as officers brought in a K9 unit to track him down. LAPD officers reportedly found a firearm in his vehicle, though WRZ reported that it was unclear if it belonged to the rapper. Despite that, there would be some good news coming out of the 4K Trey NBA YoungBoy camp, because a few days later, on March 27th, Lil Tim, the one who actually shot King Von, was released on a $100,000 bond. Then on April 12th, 2021, Quando Rondo would finally address everything that happened that night between him, King Von, and Lil Tim in an interview inside his Rolls Royce with Angela Yee. Throughout the interview, he genuinely says he has no idea how everything started between King Von and himself, and actually was a fan of their whole camp before this incident.
From my understanding, ma'am, it was a love. I had a relationship with the big bro. Not want to say his name. Not, you feel me? You know what I'm talking about, the dude that was on my album.
Okay.
Like, it was all love with us from my understanding. Happy that you see on the internet when people be saying he beefing with this dude, we got this going on with this dude, it be lies. For some reason, me, YoungBoy, our organization, our clique, our label, people don't like us because they know we don't with nobody.
Then on May 3rd, 2021, Quando Rondo and his crew got shot at after performing at a nightclub that Saturday night. They were at a convenience store around 3:20 a.m. Sunday in Blackshear, while Quando Rondo and his crew were in a parking lot off the highway. Cops believe the shooter opened fire from across the road or from the highway. The police said one person from Quando's camp got hit and was sent to the local hospital, but Quando Rondo was fine. At the time, there was no link between this shooting and Lil Durk, but as time goes on, of course, everything comes to the light. Following that, on May 21st, 2021, 600 Breezy drops a new track dissing Quando Rondo and Lil Tim called New Ops.
Accidental killers, we don't really feel them. Matter of time before they smoke that little Quando nigga.
Lil Durk continues sending subliminal shots at Quando Rondo, NBA YoungBoy, and even NBA YoungBoy's ex on the track Still Running, which is off the collab album of Lil Baby and Lil Durk, The Voice of the Heroes, which was released on June 4th, 2021. A couple days later, on June 7th, 2021, Lil Durk's older brother D-Thang gets killed outside of a nightclub in Chicago. And as far as evidence goes, there is no link between D-Thang getting killed and any of NBA YoungBoy's crew. After Lil Tim got released on bond for killing King Von, he decided to become a rapper himself and started making his own tracks. One of the first tracks he released was on July 21st, 2021, and this track was titled Off the List. And on the track, it's clear he's taking subliminal shots at King Von, Lil Durk, and everybody on that side. As the months go on, things seem to simmer down between both camps. Then on October 22nd, 2021, NBA YoungBoy gets granted a bond at a $1.5 million bail with strict conditions, including house arrest. Right after his release, just a week later, Quando Rondo drops a track called Time Spent. And in the first couple bars, he mentions someone's brother getting killed. A lot of people speculate these were shots at Lil Durk and his brother D-Thang passing away.
Looks like that dissing in them songs. I got your brother killed. Not even $1 million could change the way your mother feels.
A couple months go by once again, and things seem to die down. But on December 1st, 2021, NBA YoungBoy speaks with academics and talks about the repercussions of beefing and all the negative stuff that comes with it. And throughout the interview, he says he never intends for things to go left like they do, but somehow they always end up there.
Yeah, man, like I said, I'm that same nigga. I ain't doing no hating. I ain't finna talk down on y'all. Shit, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't want no friends neither. Yeah, man. You know how I get down. Boy, I got 9 kids, shout it. Boy, I ain't got time for that shit, man. Man, come on, man. That shit for the birds, man. If you make me take it that damn, you know, I'm gonna end that shit. It ain't no winning once you take it that with me, but man, that shit for the birds. I ain't really, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit, boy. That shit, man. I don't care about that shit, man. Nigga don't concern me in no type of way. What you making or what you got ain't got shit to do with me, and what I'm making and what I got ain't got nothing to do with you. How you live or how I live, it ain't got nothing to do with neither one of us, man. Fuck you. When you see me, shit, you know how to get it started, shout it, man. All that shit, that shit's stupid, man.
While NBA YoungBoy is on house arrest, he decides to drop new music and announces that he's working on a new mixtape called Colors. And on January 12th, he drops one track off the mixtape called Bring the Hook. And on this track, he's dissing King Von and all of O Block.
It's that squid gang. O Block pick it rolled up. Middle what they told us, Atlanta boy get fold up.
After this track dropped, there was an immediate response from O Block people themselves. They started burning green flags, which represent NBA YoungBoy's gang, 4K Trey. Lil Durk decides to also respond on Instagram with a portrait of King Von. And in the caption, he says this: "Don't claim it. If you ain't do it, you still a bitch." Lil Reese responded to the diss on Twitter, quoting academics. What academics said was that NBA YoungBoy is on demon time. Lil Reese quoted that, saying, "That ain't no demon time. He's just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap." Quando Rondo then goes on Instagram and posts on his story, "O Block get rolled up every day, no cap." A few days later, on January 16th, Chapo, who's part of Georgia's BD's GMT/1300, took claim for the shooting that happened to Quando Rondo back in May of 2021. He said on Facebook he ain't did a show in a year, and the one he did, ask him about how many shots was let off. Apparently over 50 shots were let off that night, and since then, Quando Rondo hasn't done a show yet. Then 2 days later, NBA YoungBoy drops a new diss track called Know Like I Know, and on this track, he disses Lil Durk, King Von, and Ali Choppa, 21 Savage, and many more.
Your mama be destroyed when we see your stupid ass guy from making statements, choosing sides about my beef with them lit bars.
And NBA YoungBoy wasn't stopping there. Just a couple days later, on January 21st, he hopped on Instagram and posted money words saying, "You guys gonna die." Durk immediately responded on Instagram saying, "Hurry y'all up." Then on January 25th, 2022, Gucci Mane drops a track called Rumors with Lil Durk. And on Lil Durk's verse, he's sending subliminal shots at NBA YoungBoy, Quando Rondo, and Lil Tim.
He on his ass, he in the A, you see how long they stay for. Ain't no hotel room, we pop outside the height with Dracos.
Then roughly a month later, on February 22nd, Lil Durk drops the response diss track to NBA YoungBoy titled Aha. And on this track, he's making it clear that he did get back for what happened to King Von. On top of that, he takes ownership for the shooting that happened to Quando Rondo back in May of last year. Plus, he disses NBA YoungBoy's ex-girlfriend Janiyah that was dating King Von before he passed away.
Don't respond to shit with Von. I'm like, fuck it, you trippin', go get your gun.
Then, less than 24 hours later, NBA YoungBoy responds with a diss track of his own titled I Hate YoungBoy. He responds to Lil Durk, Gucci, Lil Boosie, and various other people. He also even dissed Apple Music for promoting Lil Durk's diss track Aha on all their platforms.
Young boy, they gonna kill you. You better stop dissing them. Tell them niggas fuck them, man. They know that I ain't scared of them.
Of course, various artists responded to NBA YoungBoy's diss track, including Lil Boosie with his own diss track, I Don't Call Phones, I Call Shots, and Gucci Mane with his own diss track, Publicity Stunt. On February 26th, Quando Rondo decided to go on Instagram and announce that he's dropping a collab mixtape with NBA YoungBoy titled Who They Hate. And on the caption, he says, "Who's ready? We're gonna make a lot of people regret. Hashtag 3860. Lil Durk didn't directly respond to that diss track. Instead, a couple weeks later on March 8th, he ended up putting billboards in Louisiana, where NBA YoungBoy's from, saying Durk better, which is a play on all the fans that say YB better in the comments. NBA YoungBoy responded to that and put up billboards in Chicago, where Lil Durk is from, saying YB versus everybody. Then on March 11th, 2022, Lil Durk drops his new album, 7220. The album, within the first week, debuts at #1 for the first time in his career and sells 125,000 copies the first week. Because of that success, Lil Durk did not let his foot off the gas and decided to keep going at his enemies. Because being at #1, this is the perfect opportunity for him to do it. So he initially announced that he was going to drop Aha Part 2. But then, when the night came of Friday when he was going to release it, he said psych on the Instagram caption and changed his mind. But then we found out a week later on March 18th, 2022, that Aha Part 2 was actually titled Computer Murderers. And on this track, people were expecting him to keep going at NBA YoungBoy, but he decides to change his sight and go at the opposition that he's been battling with his whole life in Chicago, which is the FBG gang, and specifically on this track, he goes at FBG Wooski. The crazy thing is, after the major success of the album, the single, which is a diss track, Aha, is actually performing really well on the Billboard Hot 100, and so far, as of the making of this video, has peaked at number 18. After dropping Computer Murderers, Lil Durk the following day on March 19th took to Instagram and announced that he has response diss tracks ready for anybody that's willing to go at him. He posted on Instagram saying, "Belt to the ass for everybody, we just waiting," and then said RIP D-Thing, RIP Von, these two different belts, wham, wham, wham. NBA YoungBoy, on the other hand, is dropping his last album under the Atlantic Records contract, and it's titled The Last Sly Meadow, and there is no official release date as of the making of this video. And if you check YouTube, he's dropped 2 new tracks off that album, and they're both trending in the top spots, as well as Lil Durk. They're really going back and forth on the YouTube charts, and it's crazy to see. And at the time of recording this video, this is where the beef officially ends. Who knows where it will go from here? Clearly, it's gotten a lot of people riled up, a lot of people picking sides, from NBA YoungBoy to Lil Durk to the Baby to Lil Boosie to Gucci Mane to Fredo Bang, and so many more. With that being said, that's it for this episode of What Really Happened. NBA YoungBoy versus Lil Durk. As the years go on, I'll probably do a Who Really Won video with NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk, and hopefully nothing too crazy gets out of hand when it comes to this beef. Both of these artists are currently facing huge charges. NBA YoungBoy is dealing with the whole FBI investigation and is looking at serious time. Lil Durk is still dealing with his case that happened with King Von back in 2009, where he was seen on video shooting at someone. He is facing 5 felony charges on that as well. So both of these artists have the police's attention. So of course, anything with beef is going to escalate the situation and just make it worse. Drop a comment below and let me know what's the next What Really Happened video that you guys want me to do. That's it for today's video. If you guys want to support this channel further, you can do so at patreon.com/diverse mentality. For just $3 a month, you can get my videos uncut and raw the way I intended them to be, but couldn't because of YouTube. Plus, you also get access to our Discord community, where we have a great community talking about hip-hop and various other things. It's very dope. So only $3 a month. I'd really appreciate the support. Also follow us on social media at QuakeGW and at Diverse Mentality. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.